Genius talks, genius talks. Where everything counts, saying you the boss. Said genius talks, yeah, genius talks. Breaking up the chains, we want the freedom, y'all. I said genius talks, yeah, genius talks. Where everything counts, saying you the boss. Said genius talks, yeah, genius talks. We breaking up the chains, we want the freedom, y'all.
Yo, welcome back. This is Genius Talks.
Hey.
We back in the building today, guys. How you guys feeling, man?
I feel litty.
Oh, okay.
A little litty.
A little litty.
Blessed,
Bo's blessed. Look at her. Look at her. He got a smile. He been having a smile on his face lately.
He look like Mr. Clean over there.
Yeah.
You
But
looking clean. I can't see you.
We're all looking clean.
Okay.
yeah. Hey, but before we get started, man, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, notifications,
Yeah.
drop a comment.
Or
Share, like, do all the above, man. Support us. Today we got a special guest, man. We got
Yeah,
Jason
buddy.
Martin in the
Jason
building.
Martin.
baby,
Okay.
let's
Okay.
go.
I don't even know how
Yes, sir.
excited I am right now, but I'm really excited, man. This is crazy.
This is awesome. I really like this.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Thank you for coming and joining us today.
No, thanks for having me.
Welcome to Genius Talks.
Genius Talks.
Introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are, what you about.
What's up, everybody? My name is Json Martin. I am a slam artist, rapper, singer, producer, sound engineer, photographer. Essentially,
Talk.
I'm a self-sustained artist. So what I
Okay.
mean by that is I have expanded my knowledge and my education and my work ethic to a point of where I don't really have to rely on anybody for anything, so that I can keep my costs low, so that I can be as effective at being an artist as possible. Because there's a lot of folks who, they're independent artists, right? And that's great, because that just means that they're free from contractual obligations to a major entity. But at the end of the day, if you're not self-sufficient, your art only goes as far as your dollar stretches. So,
Okay, sir.
so what
Dropping
I try
knowledge.
to, yeah. Oh, you gonna get some. You gonna get some.
You gonna learn
get
today,
some.
huh?
Tune in.
Okay.
Take notes. Take
So
notes.
what I've tried to do is I've expanded my knowledge and to actually do things, not only just to say that I do them, but I do them at a very high level. Like my actual degree is in sound engineering and audio mastering. And then for photography, I've been doing that for about 7-8 years, professionally for about 4. And all the editing and things that come to that. And then anything that I'm not able to do, I'm able to partner and team build to where I can keep the costs really, really low, so that way I can constantly put out projects rapid fire, and it's not a big deal for me.
Right.
Okay.
That sounds like you a busy man. You busy. You super busy. Like you busy. Like
Yeah.
But no, that's awesome, man. And I think it's great, man, for people to understand, like, you're mastering your own craft, man.
Yeah.
And your craft has become like real,
Impeccable.
Like, to the identity of Colorado, man.
Yeah.
And not everybody understands that. So talk to us about that.
Like I just have to say super, super blessed. Because like even before the pandemic was going on, very, very few artists could actually say that they're paying their bills through art.
Exactly.
And luckily, like, that's what I do. Like, I don't work a 9-to-5 job. I literally get up every
My
day and I
God.
edit photos and I sound engineer and I mix
Okay.
other people's stuff. And so like I literally do this every single day. So it's even more of a blessing that I'm able to do that in a pandemic.
Right.
So like that's just been one of the big things that I'm really about, is like really focusing on the craft, and the notoriety, the views, the accolades, all that will come later.
It'll come later.
Right.
Because a lot of folks really gotta start, like, we really have to start adjusting what we value success as. Because
Okay.
here's the truth. Along my travels, I've gotten to meet a lot of people. Some of them are in the industry, and I can 100% tell you, even from a local standpoint to a national standpoint, there's a lot of people who are signed. They've got great deals, but like they're not making the money that you think. Like, a lot of this is smoke and mirrors. The rappers' mansions are freaking an Airbnb. The video vixens are, they've got wives. I mean, they got husbands and kids at home. The jewelry's rented, the car's leased. And so what I wanted to focus on was like, okay, what substance moves?
Right.
What's actually gonna put food on my table? What's going to have me put money away and let me still pursue my passion? And so that's what I've really just kind of focused on, is just the substance of the art, trying to get the art as pristine and as best as I possibly can. So I really study this stuff in depth. So you might not know this. I went to nationals as a slam poet with the president of Def Poetry Jam as my judge.
Wow.
At the age of, I think that was 17. And so, like, from there, it's just that very high, really in-depth study of language and of music, and really trying to find the connection between, okay, if I play this, or if I sing this, or if I rap that, what's the emotional response?
Right.
Okay.
And so that's what I really try to focus on.
You say you sound like you studied it as a science. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Before we get to that, man, I want to know, like, what motivated you to jump into the music scene to begin with? Like, what you seen, or was that pivotal moment in your life you said, yo, this is what I want to do?
There was a couple really big moments. So one, my dad, before he became a pastor, he was a hip hop DJ. Ironically, his name was also DJ Jazzy Joe.
Okay.
But he worked with
No relation to Will Smith. Okay.
But like he worked with a lot of great people. Like he worked with Ja Rule, he worked with Mystical, he worked with DMX on stuff.
That's
Okay.
So like that was kind of the spark, and then my step actually didn't. Like, it started in the church with just playing, but that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to play piano. And then, like, when I started getting into slam poetry, and I was like, oh, I'm actually really good at this. Then I was like, well, if I could do slam, then why can't I do rap? And then, like, a lot of everything else, like, you know, the sound engineering, the photography, it just came from the need to create and keep costs low. Because if you're going to be an artist, it's expensive. Even with all the advances in technology, you know, there's just certain things, if you want to do it at a professional level, it's going to come out of your pocket in one way or another. But the biggest, I think one of the bigger things was actually my sister. Because my sister is an amazing singer. Like, probably one of the best female vocalists I've heard. And that's even with my experience working in a studio.
Shout out to Big
Shut up,
Sis.
Cherish.
Come on, yeah.
Okay,
Cherish Martin.
Okay.
She actually just won the award for top Colorado singer last month.
Wow. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, so
Shout
and
out.
like
She's a genius. Come on, man.
So when I saw her do it, and I was like, okay,
It inspired you. And
yeah,
you're like, I can do
and
this.
like, but it was really tricky for me because I never had that. I never considered myself to be talented.
Right.
I don't consider myself to be talented. I consider myself to be studied.
But why? Why do
That's
you?
good.
Why
That's a
was
good
that?
point.
So talent for me is you can walk up and naturally just be great at it. My sister never, like,
She
of
didn't
course
have to
she
try
worked.
it. It was just
she
like,
did work to
yeah.
perfect it, but she was always it just was in her.
Okay.
Like rapping wasn't in me. I had to work to get good at it.
Right.
Singing wasn't in me. I had to work to get good at it. Performing,
that.
all that stuff is something that I had to work at and study. Like my only talent is that I just really like to study certain things of my interest. That's my only talent.
So let me ask you this, man, because you keep saying studying, you know what I mean, and putting the hard work and the hours, limitless hours in your craft. At what point, if any point, was you like, yo, maybe this ain't for me? Was there any point at a time like maybe this music ain't for me?
All the time.
Okay.
Even now, at
Like
this point?
not. I mean, for now, it's like it's more of like what folks have to understand is a lot of the successes that come around and a lot of the awards that come around, it's not based on talent. It's based on marketing.
Facts.
So
We just had this conversation last night.
A great example of that, okay, one of Lupe Fiasco's biggest hits, Kick Push,
Kick Push.
Right.
lost in Rap Song of the Year to Ludacris's Moneymaker.
Yeah. Money.
Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City lost to Macklemore's The Heist.
Right.
So a lot of this is a lot more about marketing and promotion and branding, and I'm working on that side. That's never been my strongest suit. Mine has just been much more on the artistic creative side. So like if there was any doubts, it's really about, okay, can I learn this marketing thing well enough to get the audience?
Right.
Have you ever thought about reaching out to different, marketing firms or different like companies and asking them like, hey, are you willing to, market this for me? Or do you just want to keep it in-house? You want to do it yourself? Or
No, I've actually asked a lot of people. I think it's really weird, but I think there's a divine purpose. Sometimes, how can I say this? The struggles in your situation are synonymous with your success.
Okay.
So my struggle has always been trying to find that person or that knowledge of marketing and finding a way to make it coincide with the music so that it can grow the audience and it can all make a little bit more sense. I feel like that's my struggle that God has kind of placed on me to figure out because it's going to tie into my success. It's the same thing with the music thing. I never considered myself to be talented. So I had to work at it. But because of the work, because of my lack of talent in certain areas, that's actually pushed me to study more, get better, and let me be able to do some of the cool, amazing stuff that I do.
And that is beautiful, man, because, I mean, that's what people don't understand, though, is that you can work towards something. You don't have to be great at it, but you can eventually become good at what you do by the work ethic you put in.
Yep.
And your knowledge of understanding the science behind it and finding yourself.
For such a young age.
Yeah, people don't
crazy.
understand that that's not something that just comes. Like, for you to realize that, but still put in the work ethic in that direction that you want to go is amazing, because people just be like, "Oh, I'm not good at it," and then it was just stop.
I'm gonna quit.
You know, and it's easy to quit, right? It's hard to keep it going, but to quit is like, okay, whatever. Nah, I was never good, but to actually be like, I can find a way to be better by putting my work ethic and understanding the science and the knowledge and the education behind it. Is phenomenal, man.
It's inspiration. Not to you, but to people that's trying to be where you're at. You know what I mean? And you may not be where you want to be, but it's someone that's just getting started, you know what I'm saying? And to provide that motivation and inspiration. They say, you don't gotta be talented, brother. Just put the work in.
Yeah.
And if you want it, put the work in, and then the benefits, the reward is gonna soon follow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what you're doing, bro. It's motivation, bro.
It's definitely.
Thank you.
Especially for the young people across the world. You know, people don't understand that. They think if you
They
just
think it
not
comes
good,
so easy.
it's just not.
No.
There's a lot of time and effort that comes into this.
Behind the scenes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It is.
And you only as great as what you put in, right? So it's like, it's never like, oh, just because you work at this one day, that's it. Like you're gonna be good. It's like this takes time and repetition and continuous, driven and motivated to be that. But
And I want to go back to what you said about kind of the self-doubt thing. I think that's also part of the reason why I've been able to do things at a high level, because I really don't gas myself up.
You seem very humble, man.
I keep it
Word.
very
Stay humble.
realistic of like what I'm doing, when I'm doing, how I'm performing, and like, because a lot of times what happens, especially with a lot of folks, as they start growing, they you start making progress and leaps and bounds at the very beginning, but then once you start to get to the professional level, it starts getting smaller and smaller because there's a lot more knowledge and a lot more effort that you have to put in to get that extra little bit of percentage.
Right.
So what happens is a lot of folks kind of overestimate what they're actually doing on the mic or in their passion, whatever it is. So I've seen a lot of photographers that'll sit up there and they're like, oh, I'm the best, this, and that. But actually, no, we look at your work critically.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's growth.
Right.
There's growth.
There's
That's
always
gotta
room
happen.
for growth.
And same thing with rapping. Like it's the exact same thing. It's like, and music. It's like you can be good in a certain area, but if you're not completely realistic, you'll never really grow because you're always gonna be thinking you're that guy.
Right.
So then within music and within going that route, is there anything like now that frustrates you about the music industry, or that you would want, more in like just the local music industry? Like, is there anything that you just wish was here and, not in California, not, just here in general?
I mean, here's the thing. The pandemic has made a very interesting opportunity for a lot of people. What I would have said in past times is there's a lot of gatekeepers, there's a lot of clique culture. It's a lot about who you know, not how good you are, or But now that all the venues are pretty much shut down, still, it doesn't matter if you know who the promoter is. It doesn't matter if you have ties to the venue right now. So now is like the perfect time where you, as an artist, can really create, perfect your craft, and also learn something else besides music. Because here's the thing. I'm going to give you the real key to success in this industry. In music. it's understanding that music is just the first step.
Right.
So if you look at Joe Budden, Nicki Minaj, Nori, Rihanna, they don't make the majority of their money
From music. Yeah.
Right.
They make it through other platforms, other forms of income.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
So Rihanna is really close to
Almost a billion.
almost a billionaire, not from music, but
from her
makeup.
Fenty line.
Right.
There you go.
Fenty Beauty.
So when the new thing, like, okay, back in the Motown days, the cool dope thing was, okay, we're gonna get in a group of 4 and we're gonna sing and dance and we're
Right.
gonna harmonize.
Doo doo up.
In the 90s, it was, okay, now rapping is the thing. Now the move is entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Facts.
Facts,
Like,
yeah.
you can do music, love music. I love music. Like, literally, I pay my bills through it.
Facts.
But
But you do other things.
understand, like, the reason why music pays bills for me isn't because of necessarily what I'm putting on the mic, but because of everything around it, the engineering, the songwriting aspects for other people,
Right.
the mastering for other people,
Right.
the concept writing for folks, room treatment and frequency treatment and all the other stuff, media related,
Right.
is
right.
actually what keeps me paid.
Right.
That's a
and-
beautiful
and
thing that you can know that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And that you want.
it's a-
yeah, that you want to know
And
that.
that's like my
first
flex.
step.
Yeah.
That's my flex.
That's
It's
a
like,
flex, yeah,
yo,
that's facts.
Word.
my bills is good from art.
Right.
And-
Right.
And to go back
right.
into the locally thing that you asked was a great question, Tay.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm from out of state, so like if you could kind of like give Colorado music a face, how would that
Yeah.
face look?
That's a good question, sir.
All the music of face.
What kind of face
Hold
we
on,
going for?
like, as in, what's the next sound, or like?
Like the identity, give it an identity.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, here's the identity. Right now, hip hop is the biggest thing in the world.
Facts.
Everything's
The new
moving
pop
towards
music.
that.
Yeah.
Everything, like, and even if you look at like a lot of country songs, they're incorporating a lot of trap drums.
Right.
Like, so from a sonic standpoint, it's all moving towards hip hop. I think that is the face, but in terms of like long term, what music is gonna be and what it's gonna do for people is the more people that kind of start waking up about what these contracts are and what these splits are
Yeah.
and what these streams are really
Right.
doing.
Right. Right.
People are going to get the bag a different way. And
Right.
as long as there's people like Jay-Z, my son, myself,
Right.
that's going to be saying like, yo, music is cool,
Right.
But
but that can't be the
It's a
end.
stepping
Yeah.
stone. It's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Then more and more people are going to start seeing that, and either that's going to force the industry to change things up, which has been long
Right, overdue.
Right.
Or-
or like I said, it's just not going to be the, trends and things that are cool change. Like, there was a time where like all black folks was playing baseball.
or-
Then we moved over to basketball,
and then
Right.
football.
and then football, and then back to basketball. And then there was a time where boxing was the biggest thing, and
Right.
now it's like MMA. So like things change.
Right. Right.
So I would say like the state of music is going to be ever changing. If that's the best
Okay.
way I could probably put
I'll take it.
I respect
Yeah.
that.
Take it, bro.
Yeah, I think that's a great forecast of it, because a lot of people don't understand that, like you said, like people are now starting to trend towards becoming independent because that's where the bag is at.
Yep.
It's not necessarily signing a deal. You know what I mean? And a lot of labels are getting away with a lot of stuff too, is because they're making these people sign these long-term deals and they're not getting money off of it. So they have to force to get money during tours or doing other platforms to get that money.
Yep.
Well,
And
not
they're
even
taking
that.
a
They don't even.
percentage of that.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
even own their masters. They don't own none
Exactly.
of that.
So,
Like,
but people are so eager to be like, let me sign that deal.
Right.
I signed the Def Jam, so that's like
And-
the biggest thing ever.
And some of
you
it
know?
is also the more in-depth stuff. So let's talk about masters really quick. A lot of people think that masters is the bag.
right.
Masters is the bag only if you can enforce your masters. So what a masters is saying, okay, let's say I make a song, it's dope. I want to receive all the royalties, all the publishing, everything from that song. If I don't have a team of people that's actually searching and putting it in movies,
Right.
putting it in commercials, putting it in different placements, and then enforcing that I get paid back from that, that masters does nothing
No.
for
Wow.
me.
Yeah.
So
I never
like,
knew that.
So like let's say I have a master's, have a song and I have a master's, but the song's not getting played anywhere.
Yeah.
Do I want 100% of zero?
Right.
Talk.
Okay.
Talk good shit.
Okay,
So it's
guys.
like,
Talk
but
good
this is
shit.
stuff we as
Right.
a culture had to learn about. Like,
Right.
I actually just learned about this maybe a week ago.
Right.
Okay.
So I used to think the same thing. It's like, oh, the master's is a bag, but it can be a bag if there's different things in place for you to get it.
Right.
Right. Right.
See that?
So it's like, yeah, we got to learn as we continue because the rules kind of keep changing for us.
Right.
So that's what that.
And that's really just having the education side of things,
Yeah.
right? Like, and people don't understand the education behind it. And I even say that for me, even having a clothing line, like, marketing is your biggest friend. People don't understand that. Like, marketing, if people don't know about you, how are they going to see you or how are they going to buy from you? Because they don't know nothing of you. So you have to get your stuff out there to the world.
Yep.
And you got to use different platforms and different marketing agencies to get there so that way people can see that. Because if we're doing good here in Colorado and then nobody knows about you in Arizona, well, you need to find a way to get your stuff to Arizona somehow. Because now, just because Colorado's, it doesn't mean everybody else knows about you, because there's still an outside world upon that. And you got to globally, market yourself so people can just see your content that you're coming up with.
And speaking of getting you out there, we thought it would be a great idea to try to get you out there and play a little game with you.
Okay. All right.
So we thought it would be great to, take our Genius Box here.
Okay.
And within our Genius Box, we have a few things in there. Most of them are, child's riddles or, the nursery rhymes.
Different things.
And so we thought, hey, how about you reach in there, you grab one out, and whatever it says, you can either rap it, you can sing it, you know,
Have your own spin to it.
Yeah, you
Swag it out.
you said you
Swag
are a
it out.
poet.
Swag it
Swag
out.
it out.
So,
Oh, okay.
we want to see what you can do with it.
Word.
Okay.
So go ahead and take that top off.
Okay.
I take the top off the Maybach.
A few more years.
Can I look?
A few more
Yeah,
years.
yeah. I mean, there's a few in there.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. You just
I mean,
swing it around.
it ain't
yeah.
a snake. It ain't gonna bite you.
It's the big Genius Box. We just incorporated it now, so
I'm trying to
look
shuffle
out for
it.
that Genius Box. If you're gonna be a part of the show, you're gonna put your hand in that.
What we putting our hand in? Whoa.
Whoa, slow down,
Whoa.
man, slow down.
Patty cake.
Oh, okay.
So patty cake. So you can either
You can do how your own spin,
Yeah.
however you want it, bro. However
I
you want
only
it.
know the first stanzas. I'm drawing a blank.
patty cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Roll it up.
You're doing too much.
Roll it up.
No, that's not my cue.
You don't,
Too much. Spin.
you don't want him to roll it? You don't want him to roll it?
Trying to
So
roll
it's
it.
like roll it up.
Okay.
Okay.
So no rolling?
Let me see.
Oh, he's trying to make a beat. Okay, I feel you, sir.
Okay.
Hey.
Yo, patty cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Now shake it, don't break it. Once you bake them cakes, just make it.
Hey.
Once you twerk it out, once you make it go, once you make it out, once you make it roll like patty cake, baker's man. She bake me a cake as fast as she can. She go to the bank and she go to the store, and then I told her hit the strip club and give you some more. And
Oh shit! What you about to have me jump out my sweatsuit, boy? I'm about to get in there. You know about to get there.
I was like,
I feel it.
Hey, swag it out.
That
Swag it
shit
out.
was fire.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was gonna break my box. I was like, we just got the Genius Box. So like, that thing might be done by the end of the night. You
that
know,
sounded like a Cardi B hit to me.
Okay.
Let me say this, brother.
beautiful, man.
That was
Yeah.
We can talk to you all day, brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this before we wrap it up. You got a single, man.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yes.
for giving us the privilege to hear it first.
Yeah.
A1.
Snippet, yeah.
It was-
A1, I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. Like, I know what to expect. You know what I mean? And hearing it, like, it could be played on the radio. And I'm saying that with the utmost honesty. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. Like, for me, if it wasn't what it was, it's not what it was.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was good, brother. It was good, man. It's a good vibe. It's a good tune.
Good
and it's
sound.
energy felt, brother,
Yeah.
man. And I think that, like, when I heard it, I thought of Denver. Like, I thought of the nightlife in Denver, man. That's what I thought about.
Yeah.
So, talk about that single, brother. I know you said it's coming out, what, next month? or
So
something?
yeah, I got a single coming out next month. A1, y'all are the first to get it.
Hey,
I'll take it.
exclusive,
A1, baby.
exclusive.
Word.
So what I do, anytime I do hype stuff, I try to do motivational music.
Right.
Without it being corny, which is really tricky from a writing standpoint. But I want to just encourage people to like be them best selves.
Facts.
To like, I just want to make music that motivates. Like, you can listen to it at the gym, you can listen to it in the car, and you're gonna be like, man, I feel good. I feel on top of my stuff. I'm A1. Like, this is what I do. Like, I came to get the bag. I came to be the boss. I came to break expectations. I came to raise.
You
I came to get it.
You flexing.
So that's kind of what it is. This is gonna be the first project that I have that I'm actually gonna be doing choreography for. So,
so you getting your little Michael Jackson on, huh?
Yeah. So
okay.
So like, you know, back in the 80s and the
I
90s,
think you got it.
you know, rappers was actually going. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Like, I'm actually been working with the team. I've been practicing week in and week out, getting it done,
awesome.
and like they've been kicking my tail. So I'm super excited.
Hey, we'll be looking out for it, and send it over to us and. We'll market you, you know?
Hey,
like, that's what this is all about. Like,
I'll take it.
Hey,
we help build businesses here.
Listen. It'll be my intro to my OnlyFans, so check it out. I'm
Hey,
telling you, we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
You don't like that, bro? You don't like that? That's gonna be my intro. You don't like that?
No, sir.
All right. Tune in later. Man, yeah, it's like I said, it's been a pleasure, man.
Yeah, thank you
It's
for
beautiful,
coming.
yo. You dropping real gems to people out here, man. Especially these young people, just a little bit. But you know what?
Everybody, bro.
Yeah, that's to everybody. I mean, I learned a lot of stuff that I didn't even think about. I'm like,
Yeah.
but you got something, man, and you got something special, and you got to keep it up, man. And I think your story is not done. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna, and that's the beautiful thing, man. And music will forever live through people, man. And the emotion you give and the work ethic you give is always gonna, bring that positive energy to everybody else. So continue doing what you're doing, man.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna be looking forward to that album. We got the snippet. We gonna do. Can we do the snippet? Can I do a little preview?
Yeah. Oh wait, that's right. Oh yeah, album is coming out in November. The album is coming out in November. Night Vibes and Lo-Fi's. It is gonna be Colorado sound.
Colorado
I had to ask. I was like, what is our sound? Like, everybody got their own sound. Like, what is ours? And I was like, you know what? Let me take a stab at it. So it's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be crazy. So I'm gonna be back.
If your album something like that single, you headed in the right direction.
Yeah. Like, it's gonna be bananas. It's gonna be bananas, and we're gonna play a little snippet of it real quick. Hold on, I got you.
We gonna do that right now? We gonna do that right now?
We gonna do that right now.
I said right now.
Let's go.
Can we do it a little bit right now? Can we do it a little? Okay, I got you. I think people.
When you're a boss, you can say yeah.
Hey.
All right, let's make it happen. All right, this snippet. We only gonna give you a little bit. All right, we ain't gonna show you the juice, but we gonna give it to you. Here we go.
El chakra es un camión de remolque.
From the day one, I've been on my top A1. Been the main one, making moves every occasion. It's my day ones, nothing sweet if we don't play fun. Ask anyone, we don't flop, we can top anyone. From the day one.
That's hard, brother.
Man,
just a little snippet.
I know you did that for the light skins. Yeah, I know he did that for the light skins. I know he did that. In my head, I'm just visioning. I'm like,
yes, sir.
I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yes,
Where the club scene now? We need to get them open back up again, man.
Word.
Nah, man, that's beautiful, man. You're doing a great job, and
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
just to be a part of it, be a part of Genius, man. We got a gift for you, man.
Oh yeah.
We got a gift, man.
Snap.
That's for you. That's for you,
man. We thank you so much, man.
Welcome to the Genius Talks family.
Yeah, man.
You're welcome back anytime. This was
man.
great.
Anytime.
I came from humble beginnings, so I'm like,
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He said, what's inside?
Yeah, we got a little something,
We got
we part of the Genius 110, man. That's the Genius 110 thing, man. So, man, it's beautiful, man. Like I said, I appreciate you.
Word.
We
Thanks
all
for coming
appreciate
out.
you, man, and keep on doing your thing, man. And look out, man.
Yeah.
Jason Martin, man.
Yeah,
He's
he's
on
coming.
the move. Again, this is Genius Talks, baby.
Hey.
Drop a comment below if you like what you see. Continue to support, subscribe, and hit your notifications.
Let's get it.
We not
buddy.
playing.
Let's
Let's go.
All right.
It's a bigger plate, and it's some bigger states. Try and teach the kids that we found a better way. We want it all, people.